Hello, thank you for joining me. Math is easy, step by step. So in this video 15, I'm showing you the second way to answer this question number 2. Given the slope of a line is 2, what is the equation of the line? And remember, in the original question, they gave us a graphed line with ordered pairs -1 and 1, and a second ordered pair with just the value of x, which was 5. We found out later that the y value was 13. So I'm going to take the ordered pair that they gave me for x and y and the slope value, and I'm going to use point slope form. I'm going to substitute the values, simplified, and that will give me the equation of the graphed line. So, or also called a linear function. All right, and remember in the last video we took the same information and we substituted it into slope intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So you can use either method. Both of these methods will give you the same answer. It's just up to you to determine which is easier to answer. So hey, let's just get started. If m equals 2, I'm going to substitute 2 everywhere I see m. Thankfully, we just got one place. This is my x1 value is -1, so I'm going to substitute it here for x1. My y1 value is a +1, so I'll substitute it here for this y1. Now remember, that is a -1. It's going to be outside parentheses in organizing my value of a +1. And I'll go over that in just a moment. You might be thinking, well, wait a minute. Why isn't this x1? Why isn't this y1? Well, and this is the formula. And if this is x1, this automatically has to be my x2 value, right? And in the formula, this is y1. So that makes this y value automatically my y2 value. So hopefully that clears up any confusion. So let's just jump right on into it. Here are those values that I talked about. I substituted my y1 value here. I substituted my slope, which is 2 here. I substituted my x1 value, which is a -1, and then that -1, invisible 1, or subtraction symbols on the outside. So I'm showing my invisible ones. If you're not, and I didn't show it here on purpose because I wanted you to see what happens here. This is technically a negative invisible 1. And if you're familiar with distribution property, we're going to distribute that negative invisible 1 times the -1 inside these parentheses here. If you're not familiar with invisible ones, please check out my invisible 1 video. It clarifies a lot of things that confuse math students. It will really open your eyes and it will make math so much easier for you. And so I'm going to distribute the -1 times that -1, the negative invisible 1 times the -1. I'm going to distribute that -1 times the +1 here. And I'm going to distribute that 2 times the invisible 1 in front of that x. I'm also going to distribute the 2 times the product of these two negative values. But remember, we got to go order of operations says first. Do everything inside the parentheses first. So I'm going to simplify or distribute that -1 times the -1 first. Let me show that here. We end up with a +1. And then everything else I just rewrote below. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Excuse me. Apologize for that. And there's a little shaking going on here today. Apologize. Oh, for the shaking. I need a new camera. I just did that first step, simplifying inside the parentheses. Now, again, parentheses first, but there's nothing I can do to simplify inside the parentheses here. So after simplifying inside the parentheses, are there any exponents? No exponents. Can I multiply or divide? Yes, I can multiply or divide. I can multiply that -1 times the +1 and simplify. And I can also multiply or distribute this 2 times the 1x, 2 times the +1 in order to simplify. So I'm showing you that here. I will take care of the negative invisible 1 in just a moment. So 2 times 1x plus plus 2 times a positive 1. I am showing you right here. So let's just continue on. If I'm going too fast, please stop, pause, or rewind the video, and that will help you out. So 2 times 1 is 2. You got to keep that x attached through multiplications, plus, plus. 2 times 1 is 2. And so I've distributed that negative 1 times the positive 1. That gives me y minus 1, or y plus a negative 1. Both means the exact same thing. Equals 2x plus 2. My whole goal is to get that y all by itself to make it look like y equals mx plus b form, right? And so I'm one step away from doing that. What's the opposite of subtracting 1? The inverse, the opposite, is to add 1, not just to one side of the equal sign, but to both sides of the equal sign, right? So I'm going to add 1, positive 1 plus a negative 1 cancels to be 0. I'm left with y all by itself. And then I'm going to add 1 to the 2. Now, some of you may be asking, but wait a minute, why didn't I add? I'm adding 1 to the negative 1. Okay, I understand that on the left side of the equal sign. How come I didn't add 1 to the 2x? Well, remember, you can only add or subtract like terms. And these two values are like terms. Whole number 2 and whole number 1. If I would have had an x, then I could have added that there. But since it's not like terms, I cannot do that. If that's confusing you, please watch my video on like terms versus non-like terms. That'll help you out. So 1 plus a negative 1 is 0. Y equals 2x. 2 plus 1 is 3. I'm showing you that down here. Y equals 2x plus 3. Your answer for that second question using this mode or method of solving the problem is still going to be C. Y equals 2x plus 3. Hey, math is easy. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me. If I've helped you, please donate a star, a gift, and help me bring more videos to you. Thank you for your time.